Well then, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to some more All the Mods 10. I am Towkn, and as you can see, I'm still standing here. We are ready, I think, to get started in Mechanism. Or, well, continue. Because we have done quite a bit in it already, really, but we just want to continue. So, I think the biggest thing we want to do, though, and wow, it is laggy AF right now. Okay, let's wait a little bit here. Probably just loaded stuff in. I just turned the game back on. I should probably move around first next time. Get some stuff loaded in. This is still going though, right? Yep, perfect. That's still going. It is becoming daytime. This is still all going, kind of. Uh, that really? That can't be right. Oh yeah, we have like 22,000 because yeah, a bunch of it is possibly in one of these. Who knows where it's at exactly? It's possibly in one of those. Of course, it could also be in one of these. Nope. It could also be somewhere else. For all I know, really, right? So we got that, which we don't want to put in yet because of stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can get started in getting Mekanism actually set up a little bit better and start grabbing out like all of this. Boom, like so. Okay. I do think as well. Let's go ahead, hit B. We're going to pull out our axe in case we need it. And maybe this wrench in case we need it. But we will need the axe for sure because I'm going to go ahead and break these. Like so. And we are going to go ahead and break all of that. Okay, so there we go. So that's all broken there. We'll leave this crusher right there for now. And let's see how we want to even get into this stuff. So what was the path on this stuff? So we go over here and go down here to Mechanism. So we needed the electrolytic separator, right? To get a water source, I'm assuming, to get into it so that we can make water, I'm assuming. Probably. We could also just look into Mekanism reactors. And of course, I'm actually going to scroll up real quick and close this and this and this and this real quick, so we don't have to worry about them. And yeah, so first things first, we need to work on getting down here to suiting up for reactors. So for this, we need the hazmat suit. We will first be making a fission reactor. These are multi-block structures that can generate a massive amount of heat by burning fossil or fissile fuel. And yeah, and I think that's really the whole thing all the way. That's this big, huge thing up here, which gives us, like it says, an end game power source. But there's also this one here, which is a turbine, which we might also possibly look into making. Who knows? But first, we need to make ourselves the hazmat suit. So let's see what the hazmat suit requires us to have. It requires us to have lead and orange dye. So let's make that. And I'm assuming we're going to need more orange dye. So we'll go like that, orange dye. Grab that. Grab the pants. And then the boots. There we go. We got our hazmat suit. Gives us some rewards, which are, yeah. Okay, next thing we need to do is fission reactor building basics, casings and glass. So we need, it's tied together materials you'll need to build the reactor. Just like most Mekanism multi-blocks, the reactor can be custom sized to your needs. They must be cuboid. I was about to say, what the hell's that word? So it's got to be cubic. So these ones have to be cubes. With the minimum outside size being 3 wide, 4 tall, and 3 deep, to the maximum being 18 by 18 by 18. We're going to build a 5 by 5 by what? It doesn't say. To start. The edges of the outer wall must be made out of reactor casings, while the faces can be either casings or glass, reactor ports, or logic adapters. We will get to those. For now, we are going to build the basic 5 by 5 by 5. Need more help building it, press W while hovering over the casing. So if I let's go over this and hover. Okay, so we need 44 fission reactor casings, which is going to be that. Okay, and then the glass. Ooh, we need some enriched iron, which is going to require metallurgic infuser with carbon in it. So we will have to figure out how to get carbon again. And then we could put iron in it. Okay, but if that means we need iron in it, or carbon, so we're going to need to go like this then. And type in... I don't remember. What were we making? We need to make one of these. Infusion factory, yes. So we go like this, infuse metallurgic infuser. We will make one of these real quick that we will then upgrade from here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put it down here because it's a lot easier to just go like that. And then we'll go like this, like so. And then this one can get put right there. We'll hit B. Nope, we'll go like this then. And we're just going to type in at Mekanism real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and actually save both speed and energy cards, which I've already saved the energy card. We'll go like this. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think is what we could put in there. Then we'll go like this. And make apparently 9. There we go. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. We'll put that in there. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Now that'll save that. We now need to get carbon either into this or something of the same or the sort. Something like that. Nuclear. Probably these ones might be. So carbon we get item to chemical using the chemical oxidizer. So if we have a chemical oxidizer, and we just put charcoal in it, we will get carbon. Okay, that should be easy. Do we have the chemical oxidizer? We have a chemical washer, chemical infusers, electrolytic separator, injection chamber. I'm going to say we do not. So if I go here, we'll click on this, so we open up this, and we will click carbon, and then we'll click on this, and we will click on this. And what do we need for this? We need a personal chest or a personal barrel. Personal chest will be this. I can tell you for sure we never did make this. I'm going to put that down there in case there was a quest for it. Apparently there is not, so we can go like this and make ourselves our chemical oxidizer. And I'm going to put it not right there. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Grab that. And actually, I'm thinking I need to pull this from here. We're going to move it over here. Put it right there. Wait, that's the enriching factory. That's not what we wanted. We want the infusing factory right there. And then the chemical oxidizer, again, we will put right there. And now if I go like this, this will output directly into this, right? We go to this input, so that should actually work, I think. We open that, it would be this, so we actually might want that to be extra like that. Okay. I think that works. I think that'll work. We go like that. Let's just find out. We go like this. Go here. Type in coal. Go. We apparently don't have any blocks of coal. So if I go like this and I throw this in here, and we let that go, well, this, so that filled up in there, which filled up here. Okay, perfect. So now we just need to click on this and click on this. There we go. We could go like that and just muffle it with that. We also get that thing in. We'll go like this. Go make 7 of these. Like so. And that's the speed. So then we need energy. Or we'll go like this. And make too many of those as well. Okay, there we go. We can throw energy in there. We can throw speed in there. And as you can see, that'll start feeding up with that. We could then type in iron. Grab out a couple of stacks of iron real quick and throw them in there. Go like that. Did I not put... Okay, so I didn't put any upgrades in there. I thought I did, which means I definitely put down the infusion factory earlier, right? Yep, I definitely did. So let's go like this. And make 8 of these. And 7 of these. There we go. And then we can put them in there. And look at it go. And then we could also go like that and watch it go even faster. Nice. And then we just need more coal real quick. So we're going to say coal. Let's go like this real quick. Throw that in there to make that. And we'll go like this real quick and we'll throw stack of coal in there. Go like that. And there we go. Perfect. So that now is full. That's full. Perfect. So that works there. We have our enriched iron, which we needed to make our reactor casings, right? Is what it was. It's a boiler casing, dynamic tank. That's not that one. Is it this one? Nope, that's a salt block. Maybe it's this one here. Fission reactor casing. Yes, okay, so that was that. We need 44 of these. So if I go like that, I actually made 48. That's fine. And then we needed the glass as well. So reactor glass. I don't remember how many of those we needed. I think it said like 30. You know what? I'm just gonna go like that. There we go. Perfect. Then we'll click here and here and grab this stuff, which gave us some uranium ingots. Just 9 of them. Okay, whatever. The fission reactor interface, we're not worried about that. Inside the reactor, fuel control. So inside of the reactor, built up pillars, fusion, assemble control rod assembly placed at the top of the pillar. So we need, yeah, so basically this is just like the other ones. We need a control rod and two assembly things. So if we click on this, we need 2 of these, which we're going to need another tank put in there real quick. There we go. And then we need 1 of these, which we need a couple of these. Go like that. And click here. Boom, there we go. There's our rod assembly. So we got that, which gives us some more steel. And sure. Okay, and then we are going to need 4 of the ports. So we need 1 for cooling, 1 for cooling input, output, the fuel input, and the waste output. Okay, so we need 4 ports. So we'll click on this, and we'll go like this and go 1, 2. Actually, nope, never mind, because they're there. So we might end up needing some more of those. Who knows? Probably not, because we did technically just change them for that, right? Okay, so there's that. Which gave us, some block of steel. And then, yeah, so the other part is reactor failsafe, because we've all blown up a reactor before. Okay, so apparently these reactors can blow up. Afraid of blowing up your fission reactor and causing a massive radiation leak? Don't worry, we are all, insert terrible flashback here. So how can we prevent such a catastrophic disaster? By creating a redstone circuit breaker using fission reactor logic adapters. Now, these aren't 100% guaranteed to stop an explosion, but they are absolutely nice to have. Essentially, these adapters will allow you to control the reactor using redstone. With just one, you can use a lever to turn it on and off the reactor. However, we're going to use them for damage control. You can also set these to give off a redstone signal based on a certain condition within the reactor, like damage critical or insufficient fuel. This is useful for setting up a circuit breaker to shut off the reactor if these ever happen. Need a visual. So, using some vanilla machines, You could set this up like that. So basically, if it gets to, if you told this like to activate if critical, it would do this. This would push up, and then it would turn that off, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. So I have never actually set up a reactor from whatever. Ooh, that gave us a basic provider thing, which we'll have to go pick up here in a second. We'll go like this real quick and hit this button and throw this and this into there so we can pick that up. Okay. So, because I haven't set this up, I don't know how big of an explosion these would make if it does something. We might... don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and set it up over here. Just because. I wonder if I could technically surround it with like blast-proof stuff and have it survive. Who knows? Who knows? Let's go like this and break that out. And then we'll go like this and we'll go like this. And it said a basic 5 by 5 by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we will just set this up like so for right now. Need to put these all there. Definitely going to need more of these. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4, that's 5. Okay, so we'll go like this. And I'm assuming the bottom technically could be glass too then, if it's basically saying I don't have enough of those. If it said we only needed like 44 of them, but that's fine. We could easily just go like this real quick and make some more of these. Like so. Because I believe the outside corners it was saying needed to be these blocks, basically to have them so they can't do anything, right? Okay, and then we could go reactor glass like this. We'll put one there and like so. And go like this. And put that there. And then we needed our 2 assembly things, followed by our control thing. Like so, right? That's all we need for if we click on this. So yeah, that's what it shows. Okay. And then just because I think it technically looks better like that, I'm going to put that there. And we'll put that like so. Okay, and then we'll come up here, break this dead grass. Go like this, find our input things that we made. There we go. Fusion reactor input, one there, one there. One there. And one there. And as you can see, it now active. We're not doing anything with it though. Okay, so we can then click on this and see what it says. Right clicking anywhere on the reactor will open the interface. This will have all the information you need to run the reactor properly, as well as 2 buttons to turn on and off the reactor. On the left hand, you have 2 tanks, one for coolant and one for fuel. On the right, you have one for waste and one for heated coolant, which will most likely be steam. Okay, so those ones technically I could pull out, put into like a drawer, and tell the drawer to void any extra, right? The temperature bar will show you have hot show you how hot the reactor is. After a certain temp, the reactor will start taking damage, which will eventually cause the reactor to explode. To adjust the burn rate of the fuel, you see the statistics. Click on the eye. Okay. And you can see that. So basically, if we're like this, you can see the temperature. If it gets too hot, it goes boom. Okay. But we need one for input of water. So we'll go like this real quick. I don't think we have an extra sink, right? Not right now. Okay, we don't have an extra sink. So let's make a sink real quick. We'll go like this. We are missing terracotta. So we are going to need to make some terracotta. Okay, let's go here. Click on this. Type in clay. Press U on this real quick. Find clay thing there. Take out just 2 stacks. Boom, there we go. That's terracotta. Then we can click on this. Go like this, and we need a bucket of water, which we don't have. So let's go ahead and type in bucket. Take out some buckets. And grab some water. Again, I don't know why I always seem to come back to this thing when I don't really have to. There we go. We can now go like this. There we are. And we have ourselves a sink. We could then go ahead and throw this up there. Type in fluid. Grab this out. Type in pipe. No, actually, we don't even need to type in pipe. We could just back out. And go like that. I'm just going to take all of it. Okay, perfect. And then let's run back over here to our reactor. Which, I mean, I could technically probably put it in the nether, right? Okay, so we go like this. I click on this. It doesn't actually show anything. So if I went like that, and then grabbed this, and went boom, you can see that starts to fill up this one with water. And then if we clicked on this and threw in one of these, that'll start to fill up with water even faster. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, that works. We go like this now. We need 2 outbounds. So we can click here and here. And I don't know why I put that in there, but we go like this. And like that. And heated coolant tank, waste tank. Okay, we could then go here, type in drawer, because we might have some. We don't. So let's go here, type in drawer, and go like this. And honestly, we could probably make this one, right? Could just go like this. And then VOI, do I still have some? Yes, we do. We could go like that. Void upgrade, put that there. Put that there. And then take this to there. And put that in there. So that will put one fuel there, one fuel there. Hopefully like that. And then, yeah. Okay, so then we just need whatever fuel we put in here. No idea what fuel goes in here. Let's see if we could figure that out real quick. Coolant is that sodium can be used as much as an effective coolant, allows for higher burn rates and lower core temperature. Whatever. Fissile fuel production. Okay, so the fission reactor needs the fissile fuel to run. If you look up the fissile fuel right now in GA, I bet you'll get overwhelmed with everything you need to make it. It's okay. You got this. Let's take it one step at a time. Yes, yes. It all boils down to creating uranium hexafluoride. To do this, let's focus on making these two gases, hydrofluoric acid and uranium oxide. So let's actually go ahead, click on that. And then the hydrofluoric acid, which I'm going to assume is this. We need sulfur. We could just pull some sulfur out, and then we need 2 yellow cake uranium, which is made in an enrichment chamber. So we are going to need to run up here real quick and throw down our enrichment chamber. So we could actually take this here, like this, put that there, click on this, type in uranium, pull out a stack of it, and throw it in there. And then click down here and go muff or muffle, and we'll click on this. First, we will back out to that and go like this. And shift right click on that. And then we'll take this out. Go like this real quick, throw this, and we'll throw those there and there because we don't need to worry about them right now. Okay, so we needed that, and then we'll click here, type in sulfur, or we'll take some sulfur out. Okay. So that's that. We can click on here, click on here. That will let us make this and collect this. There's more steel. Yeah, okay. Now we need this thing here, which is going to be the chemical dissolution chamber. Let's take our sulfuric acid and combine it with... Yeah. So first, we're going to have to figure out how we actually get the sulfuric acid, right? You should already have made sulfuric acid for your Tier 4 ore processing facility, which we did not because we have skipped over all of that. So let's jump back over to here. And I'm assuming we click on this and we want this here. So let's start by making sulfur dioxide first. Start by placing gunpowder in a separate chemical injection chamber with hydrogen chloride to create sulfur dust. Or you can just pulverize sulfur from thermal series into sulfur dust. It's up to you. That might be easier. We'll have to figure out if we could figure out, yeah, into a chemical infuser, combine it with oxide. Okay, so feeding the sulfur dust into a machine, the chemical oxidizer will create sulfur dioxide. Now we need to create sulfur trioxide. But why do we need? Okay, never mind. So let's see if we could figure this out. Let's put down our chemical infuser real quick. And we needed a dissolution chamber. So if I put that right here, so that just putting that just straight in there just turns that straight into sulfuric acid. Okay. But wait, isn't that what we needed? Can I take that back out? Or is there no way to take it out after we put it in? I don't know. I don't know for sure. Okay. So that might have been a bad idea. Show recipes. So we are looking. So sulfuric acid. So this is just all fancy stuff. This might not actually be what we needed. Wait, no, here it is. So yeah, we needed. Basically, we're going to need to put sulfur in there to get, and then put fluorite in here as well. Okay, so let's click on here. Type in sol again, so that I could then put that there. Turn all that into that. Click this here. Wait, why did that? There we go. Why does it keep? I don't know why it keeps. Where is that going then? That it is combining. Is that just being put into that, like getting thrown in here for some reason? I mean, it shouldn't be able to go in there, right? Because that's just an input bus. Which means one of our things here, it is getting put in this one. Okay, that is why. So we have a compression upgrade there. We don't want that. Okay, perfect. So we'll take that out. And that should work then. So if I typed in sulfur again and we clicked that there and we went like this and then we went like that. There we go. I am going to take out the sulfur seeds though. And we'll take this. And actually, can we just, because I mean, we got sulfuric acid here, but I don't know if that sulfuric acid will work or not, or if it's got to be Mekanism. Can I put this in there? Yes, I can. Nice. Okay, so that just goes there. That's not a lot. Okay. Let's come over here. We probably don't need that there anymore. You know what? We'll leave it there. Okay, there we go. We'll take sulfur seeds and we'll put those down and let's start getting some sulfur essence so that we can do that. And then we need to click on this and type in flow because we need some fluorite. We'll click on here and throw it there. Right, and that'll start making hydrofluoric acid, which we combine with uranium oxide to make the uranium hydrofluoroxide stuff, right? Which we would make inside of here. So this... Ooh, we can't use the fluid pipes with this. Okay, okay. So we're just going to need to make tubes, right? Yes, tubes. How do we make some of these? So we click on this, that's going to be that. So let's go like this and make a stack of these. Throw these in there to make a stack of those. Throw these in there to make a stack of those. And then throw these in here to make all of those. Okay, so we go like this, and there we go. So that now should be able to, yeah, it transferred over to here. Okay, perfect. So we now need to get whatchamacallit. We could find it. This here. We need to get the uranium oxide in there. Uranium oxide is going to be made in a decondensing from liquid uranium oxide or in a chemical oxidizer. So we'll need to make another chemical oxidizer, which don't think we have one on us, right? Just making sure. Chemical washer, crystallizer. No, we do not. Okay, so let's click this, go like this. Type in oxide. And then click on this. And then we need another personal chest. I'll make 2 of them just in case we need another one of these later. And we'll do this, and I'll just make a full stack of those just because. There we go. We can then click on this. Put it right here. And then put that right there. Go like this, click on this, go like this. We want chemicals to output that way. We want to click on this and go to this. And that is input 2. And then we throw that in there. And we're going to go here real quick and go like this. I'm just going to make a stack of these. And then we'll go like this. I'm just going to make a stack of these. Throw the energy ones in all of those, and then the speed ones in all of those. And then go here, type in copper. They got 2 stacks of copper to throw in here to get some of those. Then we're going to go here, type in muff again, click A on that, click on this, go like this. Okay, so that actually just used that. We'll just make a couple of these and put them in those as well. Perfect. And as you can see, we now have uranium hexafluoride, which that we then put in a condenser. No. We put it in a isotopic centrifuge. Okay, so we need a centrifuge. We'll click on this. We're missing some of these, so we could just make one of these. There we go. Boom. We'll take that, put that there. And I could just put that there. We could muffle it. And go like this. And do that. And then if we click on this, as you can see, we don't have enough power because it's back here. So what I could do is I click on here. Let's go ahead and throw that in there, this in here, that. We'll throw the hazmat suit in there for now, along with the steel and that. And then we'll go up here and type in @al. Real quick, take out some cables like so. Put them there. And then click on this. Click on this and click energy. Which we apparently cannot take it in the top. Okay, so if we can't take it in the top, that ruins that plan. We'll have to just take it in the bottom then. So we'll go like this. And we'll put this boom, boom, and boom. And there you go. We now made our fissile fuel, which we will then go like this. Let's grab here. Put that back in there like so. And then we need to click on this. And we're going to type in tank real quick. So this can hold 64 millibuckets. But if I go like this real quick, we can go to this one, which holds 20 or 250 buckets. And then we can click on this. We just make this one. And then we click on this. Go ahead and make this one. And then I can put that right there. And as you can see, it's got fuel in it because that automatically ejects it into there. Okay. So right now we have a lot of this here. And that there, we just need, again, more of the sulfuric acid, which, you know what? I am going to go like this and say, bucket. And actually, I don't even know if I could do this. Let's go right here, type in sol. Grab a bucket of this, because we just want to see if we could use this stuff. Okay, so nope, this sulfuric acid bucket does not work. Okay, perfect. So that's good to know. We'll just put it there. Click on this, press U on this. Actually, before we do that, we are going to go ahead and make a pattern for it. There we go. Then we could just click on here, throw it in there, and then we could actually just click here. Go like that, click next, click start. We easily could have made more than that. I'm just going to do that for now. Then we click here, do this, go like that. And then we'll put this in there. And just start filling this up with sulfur. Like so for now. There we go. As you can see though, because we have this in here, it is pretty much doing that and that and that and perfect. Right? That is. Oh, we just need more. Okay, wow. We need a lot of sulfur. So, what is the easiest way then to get sulfur? I mean, we already had a bunch of it, right? From something. I'm not sure where we got it from, if it was just in our thing. So if we said this, so we could get it there. We could get it in the pressurized reaction by putting water and oxygen with coal, which also then gives us hydrogen. So oxygen, we get that from the whatever this here. So that gives us hydrogen in that. So I think we might want to do that. So we'll make ourselves another sink. Right, so we can make ourselves a sink. Click here, go like this, make ourselves a sink. We could put the sink down right here, right? And then we needed the electrolytic separator, which we could put right here. We can go configure. Can I not get that to just pull that straight in? Chemicals. So if we, so that's only going to output. Items, energy, fluids. That's only going to do that. Okay, so no, we do need to go like this. Go like this, go like that. Go like this. Shift click on that. Go ahead, put an energy upgrade, or speed upgrade, energy upgrade. A muffle upgrade in there. And then we can click on this. And actually, I don't have any on me because I put them away. Go in here, go like that, and tell that to be able to transfer as much water as it possibly can into here. Okay, so then we're going to need a tube here that is outputting oxygen, right? Okay, so the oxygen goes to there. Right, and then it was oxygen, so hydrogen. We could take the hydrogen, I guess. Can we take hydrogen out the top? Will it let us do that? Let's go here. Chemicals. Output 1. Okay, yep, so that'll put the hydrogen into there. We could go like this. For this, go here, type in drawer again. Go ahead like this. And put a fluid drawer above it. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. Ooh, can we not do... Okay, so I might need something else. Okay, so let's do that. Let's grab that. Because technically, yeah, it is a chemical. So we are going to need to go like this. And click here, type in tank. Press U on this. Go like this. Press U on this. Go like this. And then press U on this again. I don't think there's a bigger one, right? Well, actually, no. Technically, there's a creative one, but we need an all-the-star mod block, which we don't have. So we'll just go like this for now, which has 8,000 buckets. And we'll put it there. We'll go like this. And that's apparently output right now. We'll go like this. Tell it to be the input, and that'll start putting all the hydrogen from here into there. We could go like this real quick, and that we needed not a condensing, purification, no, pressurized reaction chamber, right? Yeah. So we need a pressurized reaction chamber, which we might have. Purification, chemical injection, chemical crystallizer. So I don't actually see it. So let's click on here. Type in reaction. Pressurized reaction chamber would go like this. We just need an enrichment chamber. So we'll make one of those and we'll click here like this and put that right there. Which we apparently did have one. We did have one. Okay, so anyways, that goes there. So if we went like this and we said fluids, input from the bottom, we're going to do that. So we are going to break that, and that as well. So we could bring this around like that to put water in there, I believe. And then we go like this and type in coal again. Go like that. Do that and throw that in there. And then grab this. Shift click that there, and that there. And that'll start making sulfur. It also technically makes hydrogen. So we will click on that there. And go like that. Tell this to take a chemical out to the front, right? So it takes the hydrogen. Okay, perfect. And then we'll go like this with an item cable just because. And we'll go like this. Boom. And tell this to put that into extra, which will do that. Like that, and then we can click here and throw that in there. So that'll always take it out. It'll do that. It'll fill this up. Yeah, there we go. And I could, for now, go ahead also go like this. And just watch that do that. Let's go ahead. What did we need to make that like that? Let's go like that. Yeah, boom. We'll go like this, take that out, put that in, so it just does the full stack. And then we just need to put coal into this thing, right? So do this again. We'll go like this. And throw coal in there. Do that, and as you can see, we now have 14 millibuckets of this fuel. But we definitely are going to need to move this entire system and set this up so that it makes stuff a lot faster. And get this to have a way for having this in here. Because like this is already 8 of 8, 8 of 8. But it's not going to be making nearly enough coal. Or nearly enough stuff fast enough. Unless we were to like seriously sit here and tell it to do this. I like how this somehow, even though it's pulling out a full stack at a time. Oh, it's because this isn't fast enough now. So we go like this. Right? Now that's going faster. We go like this, boom, and just watch it. Just watch it go. There we go, and then we can watch that kind of go. Which it goes to there, and if we click on this, we can see that that goes there. This doesn't use up nearly as much as that. We're up to 16 buckets now. Yeah. So that's a whole thing there. Okay, now we could also go like this, though, and press this. Press R, not R on this, U on this. Go like this, press U on this, go like this, press U on this, go like this, break that, put the next one down, just so that can keep going. Okay. Now, if I fly this way over here, I should be able to, and I put this right here, and tell it to output directly into there. Ooh, I can. Nice. Okay, so I can. So that's only got 16 buckets, though. So I don't know if I really want to activate it. Okay, you know what? Because actually, yeah, because this, I don't think these make cool. I mean, heated coolant, heated or waste, which should be steam. I mean, I'm assuming that those can both go into here, right? So if I went like this, and we hit active, and that is very loud. It is very, very loud. So we are going to go like this and click on this and type in Mekanism and turn off that. But as you can see, this is saying that we have steam building up in here and waste building up in here. There's nothing saying which thing I could take it out of. I don't know if we could use these. So let's go ahead and break that. Break that. And go like this and like this. Go like this. Type in Ank, where we will upgrade one of these. We'll take it out of here, actually, in case there is a quest for it. And then we'll upgrade one of these. Yep, there we go. And then we'll upgrade one of these to be fluid. If I put that there, that's that. That's empty right now. I don't know why it's empty. Okay, but we'll go like that real quick and do that. And then let's just one more time on these. Press U on this. And just make one of these as big as we can again. Like so. And then put it right there. Okay, yeah, perfect. These pressurized tubes, though, so this is getting no chemical in it. So I don't know for sure how to tell it. So it looks like it's just chemicals and that. So do we need a different thing for at Mekanism? Because I know there's the pressurized tube, which is that. We also have the mechanical pipe, which I'm assuming is liquids. Then there's the universal cables. Let's go ahead then. Click on this. We'll make some of these. Press U on this to turn them into that. Press U on this to turn them into that. Then press U on this to turn them into that. And then I'm assuming if I put that there, that could do that. But why it doesn't, like, how do you tell it to pull out certain things? Yeah, so I don't know how to tell that to actually pull that into these, because right now we're making that. Um, yeah, no idea. Because like you see these, and it's like, okay, well, what do these do? Shift click it, doesn't say anything. You click on this, doesn't say anything. So I'm no idea what that does. But right now, as you can see, we are currently, I don't know, making. I don't know how much energy we're making because we don't technically just have those. We don't have. Is there supposed to be something else of this that I somehow missed that actually is used for pulling the actual energy out? So if we click on this, the chemical infuser, so we would need to go pick that up to get that quest, to get this quest. Okay, so let's just go do that real quick. We'll go back up here. And we will break this, even though I don't want to. Okay, and then we'll go like this and put it back right there. Okay, so that gets that, that gets that. We'll break this to get that quest, which could go right there. Perfect. Right, so chemical output to front. Empty. Because we just need coal in here. So coal will go like that. And go like this. Make some of those. Then we'll go like this. And like this. And then like that. And then we'll go like this. And I'm going to go ahead for now, put reactor glass and sawing factory and this pipe and that and this in there to grab a couple of these out. Let's go ahead and throw this drawer in there. And then type in hopper. We'll grab out a hopper real quick and put that there. Go like this, and that is an input, so we'll go like that. And we'll just fill this up with that real quick. Then we'll come down here, throw that in there, throw that in there. So that'll keep going like that for a little while. And just because I'm going to put another hopper here so that we can just kind of let that keep going for a little bit of time here. Okay, there we go. Until we get a chance to move everything and get it all set up better. Okay, so that goes into here, and we could actually click on this, which is dumping excess. Perfect. So this should now, every now and then, slowly make some more of this. Yeah, let's see what we're doing for power now that we added all that. How we looking over here? Okay, so we're still good there. Still good there. Ejection mode, we got that going. Okay, perfect. So we're good with all of that, I think. Now I am gonna come over here. Actually, no. We're gonna come back over here first, just because. Just in case. Okay, so if we click on this again, we click on here. Accept this and that. And that gives us that and that. And then we'll click on this to get this and this. And then we'll click on this to get this and this. Okay. So that's all of that stuff there, right? Okay, so we're going to go ahead real quick. Hit B, click this, and put all this extra stuff inside of our inventory for now. Okay, because I don't know for sure, because we got a lot of these. I don't know if it's going to let me just click this and click accept. Okay, there we go. It did, which gave us everything we needed there. And that was all of our quests there. So we can now hit this button. And basically all this stuff here could easily just get put in there. Okay. So we'll go back to here. Back to here. And I'm curious though, with this here, did we not need a way to get power pulled out of there? Because we are now making power in it, right? But we're not pulling power out of it. So if I was to come down here and we click on this, right? Who knows how much power we're making? All I know is that we're currently making waste and steam. And none of that's coming out because I don't know. I don't know why it's not coming out. So if we told this, dumping, excess, dumping, idle, just tell that like that. This does that. Yep, no idea. Okay, so if I hit this, that'll turn it off, right? Okay, so that turns it off. That'll start cooling down. Like it says, if it has water and fuel in there, or sodium, and what if it had sodium in there, it would make superheated sodium. Just fine. Steam, whatever, nuclear waste is whatever. Okay, so reactor port, logic adapter. I'm assuming we probably just need to make the logic adapter then to put that on there. And we could use that to pull out power. Yeah? Maybe? Okay, well, I'm not going to do anything until this temperature actually gets down to 0. Because I'm afraid of it. I don't think it'll break if I did anything. Yeah, so we'll come back to that. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and probably set up a bunch of these so that they can just keep going. Not enough room in the output. Do that, and that'll do that, which will fill that up, which fills that up, which fills this up, which fills this up. Okay, perfect. So we'll have to do that and do something with that so that we can get a bunch of that doing that. I might try to figure out again how to get like all of this stuff to go from like these things into our system here, because I know we can make chemical cards put inside of this, and we can do that and get a bunch of those in there so that that works. Okay, so we could work on that at some point. Yeah, but I think like this brine and lithium, I don't remember if the brine is actually used for anything else. Brine becomes gaseous brine. The brine could also be used to make sodium and chlorine, and used to make a brine bucket. Okay. We have chlorine and sodium. Okay, but whatever, we're fine there. And then liquid lithium, which can be used in a thing. I think we need the decondensator after that to make regular lithium, right? And then with that, we would turn that into that, or into liquid lithium, or crystallize it into lithium dust. I think we would need this to turn it into this, which is then used to make DT fuel later for the big generator. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Or we can condense it into liquid, which can then be used as a block heat for something. Okay. Okay, whatever. So we got Mekanism set up to the point of a reactor type thing. We could then actually just, like I said, click on this, find that logic adapter, because again, if we click on this, hold shift N, reactor port. So if we hit shift N, a port which can be placed out of multi-block for transferring coolant, fuel, and waste. So definitely not a thing. Block can be used to control or to monitor control with redstone. Uh, Rods can halt the fission chain placed on top of the tower fusion assembly thing. So I don't, like I said, I don't actually see like a thing saying anything about like just pulling energy itself out. So I'm going to assume it's one of these. So yeah, we could just click on that, go like that, click on this. And then this basically just wants us to make another one of them. So we'll go like this. Never mind, we'll just press R on this because we actually did that wrong anyways. We'll just press R on this because it decided to put everything back into the thing. There we go. So we'll get that. Let's go ahead and accept this, which gave us an advanced tier installer, which I have no idea what that is. But it is one of these. Okay, but then we'll click on this, go like this, go like that, go like that. And then let's run down here to our reactor. Like so. And do we have our shovel on us? We do. We go like this. Wait, what's this? Dirty iron dust. Okay. Okay, so we could go like this, and I'm assuming if I do this, nothing bad's gonna happen, right? Yep, nothing bad happened. Okay, perfect. Whew. We break that. Nothing bad happened again. Okay, poof. Of course, now our stuff's inside of there, so let's go ahead and press B. Go like that and that. Okay, but now if we click on this, okay, so according to this, we go like this. We click on here and type in ob. We'll need an observer. And then we just need some blocks and redstone. So I'll grab some of this redstone like so. And then the picture itself, we click on this and click on this, shows that comes out to a piston, which we also need a piston. Piston. So because I grabbed whatever, actually we could just put that sand there. So we could just go like this. Put that down there. Go like this, go like that. Be like, I did not grab the one stuff. The observer will go like this, and we need to see which direction the observer actually faces. But we also need to go like this and type in red. Take that out. Put it down right there. And then let's look at this again. So we go like this. Click on that. The observer faces this way. So if I go like that, it does that. Of course it does. So we're going to want to go down here. Break this. Go up here, click on that. Shift, nope, of course it's going to do that too. Perfect, perfect. Just because that's the way I love these things. These things and blocks placing the way you want them to place every time. You know, so there we go. Go like this. Click that, and then nope. Okay, let's do this a super, super annoying way. And we'll go like this to where we then, of course, because of the way this step up thing is, we'll go like that. We'll step in here, which will probably kill us, right? Because it's whatever. Boom, there we go. Finally, put it the right direction. Ugh. I don't know for sure if I could actually just rotate that with a wrench or not. It's probably possible, but who knows. There we go. We can do that. And of course, we can't even reach that there. So we are going to have to break that. And sadly, because of the way it is, it doesn't actually work unless this is in there. So we are going to have to see, can we rotate this? No, we can't. So how do we get it to be in the position we want it to be in, facing the direction we want it to face in, when it doesn't do that? Because if you're below it, it's like, oh no, you're looking up. We don't want you there. Okay, well, let's put that there. Go to this. Click on this. Okay, so this redstone mode, I don't know what it says for this. Let's see if it actually explains in here. Using some vanilla thing, you'll just one of the faces you'll want to set up a logic. You'll want down, then skip a block and above it, and then another, and then the top set to activation and the bottom set to damage critical. So we click on this and we set it to activation. The bottom one we set to damage critical. And then we go back into here and click on this. Next in front of it, you'll place that. Place the observer with the face pointing outwards towards the piston setup. This is important. Whenever the reactor has a critical damage, this will activate the bottom adapter, causing the redstone to get a signal which activates the piston and pushes it up to the gravel. This will activate the observer and turn off the reactor. Okay, so we now just have to figure out how to get this to place there facing the right direction. There we go. Okay, so that's that. And now if we hit active on it, it does that. And then this would pop up, right? Say it pops up. And that should turn it off. Yes, it does. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and hit activate again. And I don't know why these aren't actually pulling any of this stuff out. Why it's not. No, 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 no. Don't even come near me. I know you don't got anything good. You got a globe and some sapphire and withers. I mean, that's okay, but. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, this thing is now set up the way it says. I just don't know how to make use of the power in it. You know, it's like it doesn't exactly say how do you make use of the power in it, right? So if I clicked on here, I'm assuming if we click on this, because it shows that, it shows that, it shows the temperature. If we clicked on, maybe this doesn't, if we click on this again, boil effect, field surface area, heat capacity, burn rate, rate limit, current burn rate. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure. Because I'd love to actually go ahead and just take like the energy from this straight out of this and put it into our computer. But I'm not entirely sure how this works. Dealing with nuclear waste. Once we set up the, we'll need to get the heat, cool it with radioactive nicks to stay safety in container machine. We won't have any right. The best way to store any radioactive substance is using radioactive waste barrels. These will safely store waste and slowly decay gas without causing spill. So, okay, so let's actually go ahead and do those real quick. I could see that right there. We'll click this first, actually. Click on this and go 1, 2, 3. Like so, and then let's just dig this up. And I'm assuming that would go there. And we're just going to go like that. And then we'll grab our pressurized tube and go like that. But then wonder why it doesn't actually get pulled out of here. Like, is there... No, so that doesn't actually, that just takes it off. Okay. Okay, so do that. And yeah, so it's not pulling it out, which is what I'm confused about. Okay. But we'll go ahead and click on that to click on this. Click on that. There we go. Booting up the reactor. Okay, so actually, let's see. Let's start this checklist. Water coolant pumping the import. a port to output the heated coolant either to a trash can or an industrial turbine. Kind of. A port to set the nuclear waste leading to radioactive air barrels. If you're ready, hit the activate button. You can adjust the burn rate. Start slow. Okay, so but we have the port. Wait, so how do you set it to output? Because you click on this and there's no... can I go like this then? No, that just does that. So if I click on this, do I just... Ah! I don't understand this thing here. So let's go ahead real quick and make another one of these real quick. You know, we'll just go like this. Boom, here we go. We're just going to waste some stuff. So if I put this down right here, right? You click on that, it just puts it away. Go like this. And nothing actually works. So this wrench might not actually work. So we might need this configure. So we'll go like this. Go like this and go like this. There we go. So now, if I go like that, output waste, output coolant. So if I went like this, output waste, output coolant, input only, output waste, output coolant. So this is not what we want. We go here. And I'm actually going to break this. And if we sold that to output waste, waste should start filling up in those. Okay, perfect. But right now that's on. So that's that should output, right? Because that was that. So if it says output coolant but doesn't actually do anything with this, so we'll go like this and break this and this. Let's go up here. We'll press B. Fluid tank will go like this. And put that. And as you can see, that now has a bunch of steam. And we're telling it to dump the excess. There we go. Okay, perfect. So that now works. That now works. Okay. And that is empty. This is that. So that'll do that. But I don't know. We're going to go ahead and turn it off because I don't know what it's doing. What's the whole point of this thing right now? Is this quite literally all this is doing is making nuclear waste? That's all it's doing. It's not actually outputting energy. Can I go like this? Energy. Can we grab like an energy cable? You know, let's grab that, and we'll grab one of these just in case. So we'll go like this. If I put this right here, nothing happens, right? So we'll break it, and we'll put it right here. Nothing happens. So we'll go like that, and go, okay, so there's nothing there. And then we'll grab this, and again, nothing happens with that. And of course, for whatever reason, because stuff that thinks that all those are connected. Okay. So that didn't do a single thing we wanted it to, for as far as being able to get energy out. Is there elite logistics? I'm assuming at that point is going to be, so that's just capable of transferring items and blocks, chemicals, fluids, heat. So I would assume we would want these to pull like the heat from it, and that's the only reason for this thing is to produce heat. Maybe? I don't know. Let's go ahead and click in here. Click in this. We do have this one now. We figured it out. Okay, perfect. Okay. Let's also go back to Mechanism real quick and click on this to make that in that. And then we'll go back to the reactors and polonium. Okay, pumping nuclear waste into a solar neutron activizer will give you this. Run that through a pressurized reaction chamber with some fluorite dust and you'll get pellets. You'll need a good bit of these for the future. Note this will also create a byproduct of spent nuclear waste which needs to be pumped into a waste barrel for storage. Okay, so with that, according to that, we want to click on this. We're going to need that which gets water and this stuff, which this stuff we want to pump nuclear waste into one of these here. Okay, so let's click on this real quick. And we'll see if we could see that machine itself over here. We can. So all we need with that, we're going to need some more, another one of these. Probably going to need a couple, maybe. We'll click on this, though. We'll click on this, which means we need 4 of these, which means we need 12 of these. We'll click here, we'll click here. Then we're going to need 4 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we click this again, click this, go like that. Make apparently just one of these because we ran out of infused alloy. Kind of sucks. But is fine, really. We could just come up here and go to this where we could pull out a bunch of it that's made. Throw it in there. We'll throw this and this and this and that and that in there, along with that and that and that and that and that. And there we go. Okay, and then we will click here. We'll type in R. Go like that to make 3 of those. Click here, click here, click here. Make 1 of those. To then click here and make 1 of these. Where we will then run all the way back over here. And break this like this, where we will then take these from here like so and put this right there. And if we click on, we might need to click on the bottom of these with our configurer. Did that put that into there? No, it didn't. That says that's empty, and that says that's wire. Huh? So how did these get emptied? I don't know. But I guess if that's the case, we'll go like this. And just break that like that for now. Now, if I go like this, though, and we turn this back on, this is starting to get a millibucket. Right? Okay, so that does that, that does that. We go over here. This is getting steam. That is active. It does have fuel in it, so it does get that. It is getting this. But we still only have that. Okay, so can I just take this instead of putting it into here, put it directly into there? I'm not sure. But either way, the front is the output. So if we put that there, again, we'll be getting this stuff here. Will not decay inside a radioactive waste barrel, so we'll go like that. And we can put that there, so that will then go like that, go through here, go into here. Hopefully. Right? We go like this, and we go to this, click on this. Fission reactor. And we'll go over here actually and press U on this. Yeah, but it doesn't, it looks like it might just be decaying or something inside of here. So if we break this and take this and put that there, it'll start filling it up there and we'll be fine. Right? I have no idea how far away we need to be for that nuclear waste stuff to not hurt us, other than if I was to go like this and type in hazmat and pull it all back out. Take off all of this, put on this, and then run over here. Right, that should work. So you could kind of see where it's all going, but yeah. So by the look of it, though, we would need maybe a different pipe, or to just take it straight into that, which we might be able to do as well. So if we went like this, right? So let's go ahead and turn that off real quick. And we'll break this like this here. Break that and put that right there. And then take this and put it right there. Will this work like this, or does that still cause this whole area to be radioactive? I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And I mean, it still shows all the little particles. So I'm assuming this thing here just does it like that. But if we do that, outputs that, we get the polonium stuff there. Okay. But if I run until we don't see these particles anymore, this should be just fine over here. I should be able to take this off, put this back on, and like if we slowly creep towards it, There we go. That's how far we can go, to like right here, to where that dirt block is. Okay, well, we'll leave that at that for now and say we did it. We are up to 14 there because, again, this... we actually have more of this now. We needed, if we go here, yellow cake uranium, so we needed that. So we'll type in uranium, pull out some of that real quick, and that went into the enrichment chamber, which we could then bring over to here and throw in there. Go like that. Let's just tell this to spread out like so. Go here, type in item, we'll go like that. Then we'll type in chest and just grab a regular chest out. And then go like this to put that right here. And that to put that right there. Tell that to pull that out. Or we could go like this. Go like that. Click on this. And we want that to be an input for items. We'll click on this and throw that in there so it fills that up all the time. Grab the last little bit of this out, go over here, throw it in there. And then that'll fill up to there. This will go and end up filling up to there. Of course, these pipes have what? A capacity of 1,000 buckets, so that will fill up with 1,000 buckets. And this will slowly get sulfuric acid put into it from here. Which apparently we definitely need to upgrade that system quite a bit to get more sulfuric acid, or sulfur. So we'll go like this real quick, and it's 3, so I should be able to get 300. Wait. Let's just click that. So we could click that, and if we go like that, then go like that. Okay, so then we click cancel. Go like that. There we go. Go one more. Nope, one more. Nope, one more. There we go. Boom. Click start. And that'll make 1,000 sulfur. Real quick. So we click on this and watch it creating, or 2,000, something like that. Right? Then we could open this up, press U on this, click on this, and make a couple stacks of it real quick, and then just dump it in here. And let that fill up with quite a bit of it, which gets used up pretty much right away, which goes to here, which means to now have that. Everything got used up so quick. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see though, we're going to need a massive, massive amount of sulfur to get that actually going. So click on Mechanism real quick, accept this and this, accept this one and this one. Go to basic power where we click on this and that. And boom, there you go. As you can see, and then of course it says we have some other things, logistics, because we got all of these, like so. I think all these are just getting thrown out on the ground. Yes, they are. So go like this. And throw them all in there. Click on this and go, okay, so we're missing something somewhere else now. Storage, nope. Tools and gear, nope. Basic power, we got another one because we got these. There we go. So that's everything there for quests. We got our full mechanism stuff set up, at least for now. I am going to go ahead, quickly press B, throw a bunch of this stuff here in here so we can go like this and get this put on so we can run down to our reactor for our screenshot, right? And yeah, so anyways, thank you all for watching. Please enjoy your day, night, doing whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, uh as always, force your friends to watch. We will come back next time and work towards getting everything there. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get that sulfur stuff set up a bit more. Try to get it so that we could have a lot of coal and everything going. Get it so that this is actually making use of something. We got that going into there and stuff, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so we will come back and figure out all that stuff, or I will figure out all that stuff so we can come back and get it all done. But as always, thank you for watching. Peace out. See you all next time.